Yo guys, Tom Kinnison from TK Total Fitness in Cambridge. I'm going to put this video together really quickly for you today because I want to talk about a call that I had with one of my clients yesterday. I believe it was yesterday or the day before, one of the two. Basically, I always really enjoy the calls that we do with our clients. I speak to people quite regularly on a one-on-one basis. You know, obviously people are always on the program, but we kind of do like a review call, talk about people's results, see how things are going for them, you know, see if they've got any questions, talk about nutrition, you know, see if there's anything that we need to cover, anything they want to ask me, anything that's, you know, not going as smooth as it should be, or, you know, anything, basically. And it always gives me a great kind of insight as to what is going on with people, because I believe that people don't necessarily ask the questions that they're thinking or, you know, speak about what they're thinking unless it's kind of, you know, done on a one-on-one basis and unless it's almost prompted. So sometimes I don't think that people ask, you know, unless they answer unless they're asked, kind of thing. So it does give me great insight as to what is going on with people. And this is one thing that was discussed yesterday on the call, and this is something I talk about a lot, and that is lifestyle intensity and, you know, getting out what you put in, essentially. And the thing I want to cover today really is plateauing, or when people say that they're plateauing. I don't really believe in plateauing, especially as far as, like, you know, fitness and body shape is concerned. Here's how it works. You basically, you know, you get out what you put in. So say, for example, you're like starting from scratch and you're not doing any exercise and you're kind of eating what you want when you want. You're not really thinking too much about anything in the, you know, the body shape, the fitness side of things. And then you go to train 3 times a week and you eat okay. So for example, like say you stick to a nutrition plan to, I don't know, 70% of the time. So you're training 3 times a week, stick to a nutrition plan 70% of the time. You will get results, okay? If you do that consistently, you will get results up until a point. And it's not plateauing as such, because you can keep moving forward and you can keep getting results, but you need to do something else in addition to that, right? What you do to get you there will get you to that point and keep you at that point, but you won't get any further from doing just that. Okay, so 3 times a week and 70% adherence. Like say you lose, I don't know, a clove size in a stone, but then you just stay at that. You're still effectively getting results because you're maintaining where you're at, right? And to maintain that clove size and a stone loss, you're going to have to do exactly what it took to get you there. But in order to push forwards, in order to kind of break through into the next level, there's 2 real main variables, right? You can either, and there's other things as well, there's hydration, there's stress, there's sleep, there's other things, there's loads of stuff, right? But the 2 main variables are exercise and nutrition. So when you get to that point where what you're doing isn't working as much as it did, you have either got to add more exercise, train harder. Like, you know, if you're not training your hardest during your sessions, then go for the progressions on the exercises, up your weights, whatever the case is. Train harder, but more so than anything else, you're going to have to train more. So you add additional exercise sessions, or you're going to have to eat better. So from the 3 times a week and 70% adherence to a food plan, you could eat at 80%, and, you know, your results are going to go a little further. You could eat at 90%, and your results are going to go a little further. Or you could effectively train 4 times a week, your results are going to go a little further. You could train 5 times a week, your results are going to go a little further, okay? So obviously if you do those 2 in combination, they're going to compound and results are going to go a lot further. I would never recommend people starting from scratch and just trying to go, you know, 6 times a week. It's just, it's too much, it's overkill, and you need a chance to kind of master the basics before you kind of jump into the deep end. So I'd never recommend people jumping the gun and just, like, you know, going, I want to go 6 times a week and I want to eat 100%, like, you know, chicken salads all the time. You know, I'm well opposed to that. But what if you have, you know, you've lost a clove size in a stone and you've been doing what you're doing for, like, I don't know, 6 weeks, for example, and things are slowing down and it's not doing what it once was, then you need to do something else in order to make sure that it continues, right? Like I say, main variables, you either need to add additional exercise or workouts, or you need to eat better. It's one of those 2 things. So that's really it on this video, okay? Like I said, it was kind of what I was covering on this call that I had with one of our girls yesterday. And I was, you know, I talk about this a lot as well, and this is something that I spoke about with her, and it kind of, it felt like on the call she almost had a revelation. You know, you're not going to be at an intensity at the same intensity all year round. It's going to depend on what's going on with you, right? So, for example, like for most people, training, I don't know, three times a week and eating at around like 80% adherence will be like an all year round kind of thing. Like you should do that just, you know, week in, week out as a full-time thing, and aim to, like, you know, instill those habits to a point where they become effortless and you're not thinking about them too much. And then if you have a holiday booked and you've got something coming up in 6 weeks, or you want to push forwards for summer, or you need to do something else to break through, then you're going to add maybe like 1 or 2 additional workouts, or you're going to up your 80% to a 90%, 95% with your food, and that can certainly be adhered to and stuck to consistently for a temporary period of time, right? And then, you know, when you come back from holiday, or you know you're going to go fall back into like your standard routine, and you go back to the 80% and the 3 times a week. But you know, that minimal kind of consistency needs to be a full-time thing for sure. You know, that needs to be a full-time thing, and then, you know, you can tweak it, you can up it slightly according to the time of year and depending on what's going on and what sort of shape you like desire to be in. If you want to drop a few extra % body fat, or, you know, drop another clothes size, whatever the case is. Okay, right, so that is it. I'm going to cut this off because I know I ramble a lot and I've got a habit of going on with videos for ages, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, I will speak to you soon. Peace out.